Our last story tonight is about bamboo. It's a valuable plant. It can stabilize steep slopes and cut erosion. It can be burned for fuel, eaten as food, or turned into furniture. Bamboo is reliable and versatile, but in the UK, it is a nuisance. More than a century ago, bamboos were imported to Britain as exotic ornamental treasures. But today, the same treasures are causing trouble for the British. Alien shoots are rising from the soil, punching through plaster walls, colonizing the floor beds, and leaving people with legal disputes and hefty bills. So how did it get so bad? Can Britain win this fight against the invasive species? Here's a report.
About a decade ago, when British homeowner Stephen Neville planted bamboo in his garden, he didn't know the monster he was creating. Neville only intended to divide his fence, but as the plant grew, it did so much more. The bamboo's tendrils snaked their way through the garden, into his patio, and even his neighbor's lawn. In 2022, when Neville returned after a family holiday, he saw this. The plant had invaded his kitchen as well. It was growing out of his oven. Nowhere seemed off limits for this bizarre bamboo, and Neville was left with no choice but to spend £6,000 to get rid of the plant completely. That's about $7,600. And Neville is hardly the only one left bamboozled. Bamboos have become a growing problem for the UK. They are striking fear into the hearts of homeowners, punching through plaster walls, rising like spears from the soil, and shooting up from asphalt. These alien shoots are not just horrifying, they're leaving many with astonishing bills or bitter disputes with their neighbors. But before we discuss this, let's get to the root of the bamboo problem. How did it start? The tale begins more than a century ago, when bamboos were imported to the UK as exotic ornamental treasures. By the late 1990s, they were in peak fashion thanks to television. The problem is, there are about 1,600 species of bamboo. But due to a dearth of awareness, the wrong invasive species were imported. Then planted clumsily. Soon they were dominating any plant life they encountered. And they only got tougher. They adapted quickly, even to climate change. Warmer soil only boosted their growth, and soon enough bamboos were multiplying rapidly and turning into a headache for the British. Most Britons were caught off guard. According to a survey, about 1/5 of Britons have bamboo or live next to someone who has it. But 71% of the Britons are not aware that bamboo can cause damage. 84% don't know that it can prompt legal battles. Now, legally speaking, there are no restrictions on planting bamboo. There are no legal requirements to declare its presence while selling a house either. Because bamboo is not legally classified as an invasive species in Britain. Unlike, let's say, Japanese knotweed. Yet, many say that bamboo is the new knotweed, and it's leaving people in knots. When bamboo damages or encroaches on a neighbor's land, this could be grounds for legal proceedings. Plus, the damage can be costly. In 2019, destroying a vast web of bamboo roots cost a homeowner more than £100,000 or $127,000. So if you're planning to get a bamboo, do your research. Understand the kind of bamboo you want. Ideally, it'll be the clumping bamboos which tend to grow upwards instead of the running bamboos. These are best avoided. Their roots grow horizontally and colonize the ground, creating their own little forest. That being said, for now, people are being urged to avoid planting bamboo altogether. The British hope that this solves their colonizing bamboo crisis. After all, for once, they are paying a heavy price for taking what doesn't belong to them.
First Post reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on First Post.